Let's talk about reading, the kind where we sink into a chair, the world gets quiet, and we get completely lost in a story or idea. Our next guest will explain why that priceless feeling is so hard to come by and what we can do now to get it back. Let's welcome Barbara Hagan, Vice President of Marketing for Thrift Books. Hello, Barbara. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Desiree. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Barbara, our brains, they're wired for skimming right now. What's the key mental shift to go from scrolling to actually investing in a little bit more deep reading?
I think the key is to put the scrolling aside and actually allow yourself the time to immerse into a book so you can get into that deep reading.
And people, I think, want to read more. So what's the real gap between that desire and actually opening up a book?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Americans love to read and they do want to read more. The hardest part we found in our recent survey is that they need help getting started because life is so busy and so full of these distractions that you almost have to be planful about how you're going to get started. And so putting some little tips and tricks in place and also not setting too aggressive of a goal. We found that 3 pages a day is a great goal to start with, is the best way to get started.
Yes, and you're setting the 500 billion page challenge, which sounds huge. So is the goal the collective milestone or helping each person kind of find their private escape?
That's exactly it. It's a collective milestone that we can all, if everyone pitches in and does about 3 pages a day, we can all get back to the 500 billion pages, which is where we were 10 years ago. So we've been there before. We can absolutely get back there again if we just find those books that inspire us, the books that we love to read, that pull us in and keep us reading. Will go a long way towards getting towards that challenge.
There we go. Barbara knows we can do it. And then for a fried attention span, which happens to a lot of us, what's a gentle first step to rebuild that focus muscle so we can get back into that groove of reading more consistently?
I think it's around just having a plan. Like if you know you're gonna make coffee in the morning, maybe put your book by the table where you drink your coffee, so you know it's there, and when you drink your coffee, you'll read a couple pages. Being planful about that, so you're not waiting for it to happen. You're being purposeful about where you want to read, put the book in those places, and so that it's there ready for you when you arrive.
Yeah, and what would you say beyond page counts? What's a sign someone is truly enjoying reading again?
I think when you just kind of lose yourself in the pages, right? You might sit down and say, I'm going to read my 3 pages. And before you know it, half an hour, 45 minutes has passed, and you've devoured some of the book, you're into some of the chapters, and you've really kind of allowed yourself to escape into what the book is about, whether that's a new world or you're learning about a nonfiction topic. Just allowing your mind the time to escape and absorb and be present in the book itself.
I have to say, Barbara, I'm in a book that is doing that to me right now because I am a page counter. I kind of like to know, okay, how many pages are in this chapter? Do I have enough time? But I'm reading a book where I get lost and I just can't wait to read the next chapter. So we're hoping that happens to our viewers as hopefully they take on this challenge as well. Barbara, thank you for joining us. And to our viewers, 3 pages a day is how a movement simply starts. So get set to read more, scroll less, and feel better. Head to thriftbooks.com/challenge.